Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Chloe, I'm otherwise known as Lady Wright, and today I'm going to be talking to you about everyday summer makeup looks which are perfect for when you're on holiday. I'm going on my honeymoon soon, so I'm going to be recreating this sort of look a lot. So as I said guys, these are the types of looks you're going to want to go for. They're very glowy, very glam, emphasising a natural tan, which we're hopefully all going to get on our holidays. I am hoping I'm going to get one on my honeymoon soon. But to me, when it comes to a holiday look, you want glowy, highlighted bronze. So I go for a lot of goldy looks, lots of bronze, lots of metallic in there, and I really like to emphasize my cheekbones with highlight and things like that. So I picked up an entire full face worth of products from Fragrance Direct. I think I've talked to you guys about them before. I know I have on my blog. Basically, they sell every beauty brand that you can think of at a way less price than you'll find on the high street. So I picked everything up in this tutorial from there. I will link them below, but I highly recommend checking them out for your summer holiday buys. They are a bargain. I get all of my sun cream and stuff from them, and it's just way cheaper than buying anywhere else. I love it. So all of these products are going to create this lovely glowy summer holiday look, which guys, I've just created this tutorial and now I'm filming the intro. But I love it. Like, I'm going through the tutorial and I'm like, this is looking amazing. I love it. But if you want to see what kind of look you can create for your holiday, then follow this tutorial. As we all know, when we're on holiday, we want something a bit special. So I'm going to talk you through the process and hopefully you'll be able to adapt it into your own style for when you go on holiday too. So for now, I will say, you guys, come here. So because we're going for the perfect summer glowy look, we're going to start with the Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow, which effectively is like liquid gold. It is just the perfect primer for putting all over your face, and it's just going to give you that lovely like subtle glow that's going to make you look like you've been on holiday even if you haven't. So I am just going to apply that all over the face. I have occasionally blended this in with foundation, which I find gives it more, it lasts a bit longer on oily skin such as mine, but because I want this to be really, really glowy and I want this look to be pretty much the summer look, I'm going to apply it first, which I find tends to make the overall glow a little bit more popping. And just a little bit more obvious really, which is what you want when you are using something for a glowy look. So I'm just rubbing it in like I would do like a normal moisturizer or a primer, but like I said, if you want to, you can mix it in with your foundation for something that's a little bit more subtle. So now that we've done our first base with like a primer, we're going to be going in with the foundation today. Today I have picked the Maybelline Dream Velvet foundation. I've not actually tried this one before. However, what I will say about summer guys is, especially if you're going on holiday and you know you're going to get a bit of a tan, I will always buy a foundation a shade, maybe 2 shades darker than my normal one, and therefore a drugstore foundation is the perfect option for that, because it's not going to set you back as much as the premium ones. If like me, your everyday foundation is a premium one, which mine is, this gives you a great alternative which is going to get you through your holiday. It's going to kind of naturally match your tan as it builds, and then also when you come home you can mix some lightening, darkening drops, whatever you need in with it. But I'm hoping that this is going to be a good one because it says it's a soft matte hydrating foundation, which is perfect for holidays. Because I'm out of breath because I just ran down the stairs in between doing my primer and foundation, which will be cleverly edited out. However, I am now out of breath and I just need to calm it down. There we go. This is the perfect foundation, I think. Pretty much if it's soft matte, it's going to reduce any oil. I tend to get really oily on holiday as an oily skin person anyway, so a matte foundation is going to be great for that. And it's also hydrating because you don't want to get dry skin. So we're going to give this a whirl. This is shade 30 Sand. I'm going to take one of my Lorac brushes just to buff this in. I'm going to take the flat brush. These ones don't have numbers on, but I really like the fact that this is such an affordable option for holiday, taking a whole new set of brushes with you. And they seem really nice and fluffy. So I'm just going to dot this all over and blend in. So we're going to take the Lorac brush, buff in. I am loving these brushes because they're so soft. And like I said, like less than £10 for a whole set is much easier than carting your kind of everyday brushes with you, having to clean them and stuff. Now, I'm not saying you should throw them away at the end, but they make a great alternative to having to like pick them out. I just find it easier to just buy a whole new set for when I go on holiday, bring them back, clean them, add them to my collection. So there we go. I had to buff it in a little bit more than I thought because even the shade 30 Sand was a little bit lighter than I was expecting, and I have got some fake tan on today. So I have had to kind of blend it in, but I'm pretty pleased with how it's looking. I did need to put a second coat across the cheeks just to make sure that I had enough coverage. But overall, I think that that would be a good holiday foundation to have because it was light enough at first, just buffed in gently, and you didn't need to use a lot. It was quite thick, so a little will go a long way, and I do like the coverage that it's given, so I think so far so good with that. Now we're going to move on to brightening the under eye area with which is the first stage in our contour today, and I am going to be using this one is the Rimmel Wake Me Up concealer, and I always do the brightening stage in my contour with a concealer. I just find it's better, so I go for like the lightest shade that I can find. I'm not a big fan of the wand in this. I've used it before actually a little while ago. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it on a brush and apply in dabbing motions because this one is quite a thick consistency, which is great because it covers all of those lines and darkness under my eyes, but I just don't like how it spreads on the wand. So I've taken some on the Lorac brush and I'm just gently going to dab under here and just section off where I really want that area to be brightened. And then I'll blend in with a normal brush afterwards. Seeing as we're doing the first stage in our contour, I'm also going to do the top of my head and straight down the centre of the face. And now I'm looking a little bit like a jigsaw puzzle. I'm going to buff in. I'm actually going to use the same Lorac flat brush that I used for my foundation, which I never usually do, but I really like the way it blends in complexion products so far. So I just thought I'll give it a go, and it is doing a great job at just buffing in. I always take that concealer over the eyes, guys, because little tip for you here, it then primes your eyelids, so you don't actually need a separate eyeshadow primer if you don't want to use one, which is massive time saving, especially when you're on holiday and you just kind of want to get out to the beach or like out where you're going in the evening. But yeah, if you take it up and dab over your eyes, then you've got your eye base sorted as well, which is quite cool. So as you can see there, that has really lightened the whole area. Obviously now I look a little bit flat, but we're going to take our contour, which I do usually use a cream and a powder contour. But you know what? In summer, I'm all about lessening the amount I'm putting on my face. Like I said, I've now lessened a step by not putting an eyeshadow primer on, and I'm just going to go in with a great powder bronzer, which I have chosen today to be the Bourjois. It looks like a chocolate bar, which is pretty cool. And I'm just going to go in with a powder today because when you do have a natural tan, you only need to emphasize what's already there. So we're going to take the more rounded end brush and literally just dab into the product and slowly start building that up. Nice and gentle so you can have full control over, and I love that this is so subtle, and it's just going to really capture those shadowy areas that we want to be completely shadowy, and it will look lovely when we've got a highlighter on top as well. So look at the difference that that has already made in just kind of chiseling out my cheekbones a little bit and creating some definition, and instantly my face doesn't look as flat as it did before I put this on, which is always the sign of a great bronzer. Just going to visit up here, just say a little hello, and just to add a little bit more shape to the face and create a little bit more colour. This is always my normal step in a contour, but again, when you're on holiday, you're just going to be emphasizing it. So I am actually really liking how this bronzer performs, especially without a cream underneath it. It's just really nice and subtle. Okay, so there we have it for bronzer. What I may do at the end of the tutorial is revisit with bronzer just as an all-over kind of little dust all over with everything, just to kind of finish and emphasize the fact that when you're on holiday, you want bronzer. You want to look like a goddess when you're on holiday. So yeah, we may revisit at the end again, but so far, I really like how subtle that definition is. Today's blush is a great budget buy. It's by W7, it's their matte blush, and I love W7 these days. I hadn't tried a great deal from them before, but their products are really good quality and they work so well. You'll see me use them in quite a lot of my tutorials, which surprises me as a premium beauty lover, but their products are great. So we're going to go in with the matte blush today, and what I'm going to do is this one does have quite a lot of colour in it, so I have to be really gentle when I apply to the apples of my cheeks like this, that I don't kind of get like clumps, but it just kind of brings my face alive. Like, I do love how this one performs, but it will need a little bit of blending out with that bronzer blush again. Brush? I am getting so many words wrong today. I think maybe I just need a coffee. I'm trying to cut down on my coffee intake right now, and it is clearly not doing the best for me. So just going to blend that in a little bit more, but there we go, nice and natural. And I think a nice little pink cheek when you're on holiday is nice and natural because it's going to emphasize the sun-kissed glow that you're hopefully going to have. Today's highlight, which is the final step and is really going to be that finishing touch, like the icing on the cake of your face, which is pretty actually relevant. It's a high definition highlighter. Now this is the perfect golden glowy colour. What I'm going to do is get my brush and apply across. I need to quit. Clearly I need to quit. I'm going to apply all the way down my cheekbones, centre of the nose, top of the lip, cheekbones. And then also I highly recommend if you're wearing a bikini or like a strappy top, do your collarbones as well, because it will just catch the light perfectly and pull like the whole look, the whole outfit together and just really make it look like you've caught the sun. You're looking a bit goddessy, and it's just a really feel good thing to just kind of dash a little bit up here. So you can see that that is massively pigmented, which we'll love. And if we just dust. So there we go. Now that is literally like the perfect summer glow, isn't it? Like, it has looked beautiful. And bearing in mind we've used the Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow underneath, now we've got the highlight on top. It's just making the cheeks look glowy, really natural. Again, with a tan, it's going to look beautiful. And I love wearing quite a lot more highlight in the summer, especially when I'm on holiday. And I really like this high definition one. I'd never tried any of their highlighters before, so I'm impressed. This one gets a massive thumbs up from me. Okay guys, so now that is the complexion products completely done, we're going to move on to the eyes, which is my favorite part of any tutorial. I love doing my eye makeup. Today I thought, why not start exactly how I would on holiday, which is obviously what we're doing, because basically I don't take my premium palettes on holiday with me, or certainly not as many of them as I would previously, because my biggest fear is that they'll get broken in my suitcase, which has happened before. So if you have the money, why not spend like a tenner and get two great budget palettes? Now these are both from Technic. I'm using the Summertime Glow, which is a lovely little metal enclosed palette, and then also the Be Fearless palette, which is a great dupe for the Urban Decay. I think it's called Born to Run. It's a great one. I have that, I love it, but all the colours in here are a great dupe for it. So across these two, less than £10, you've got so many colours for your perfect holiday looks. There's some great crease and transition shades. I'm going to be going in with one of my lovely Lorac brushes, which I'm loving. We're going to go in with the Summer Glow palette first. We're going to start with the shades Mauritius, Barley and Grenada, just a mix of them to do my crease so that it still looks natural, because we want a natural crease, but I am going to go for an all-out gold eye today, because nothing says I'm on holiday loving life more than a gold eye when you're on holiday, right? You want that glowy goddess look to the max. So I'm going to start with Mauritius. I'm taking that on the brush now, and I'm just going to apply outside and pull in. Now I know that some people don't necessarily like Technic products. They might think because they are so affordable, they'll be like, oh no, I don't want to try that. I really rate these types of brands. Technic, W7, they are great, especially for holiday. They're not going to set you back a lot. They're going to give you a great alternative, so you don't have to cart like your premium products all over the world, which is a winner, and then you won't risk them breaking. But so far I have tried so many from Fragrance Direct and I have never been disappointed. I use a lot of them in my tutorials now, as you guys will see. They just perform so well, and for the money I literally have no complaints. So for less than £10 you're getting both of these palettes, which is going to completely sort all of your eye looks. Okay, now I'm going to go in with that Barley shade and just revisit those areas just to kind of create a little bit more definition. I'm going to take Barley up a little bit higher because it is a lighter shade, and then I'm going to repeat on the other eye. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with Bora Bora, which is like a brown chocolatey shade, just to create some definition now. This is literally going in the crease. I'm not going to pull that anywhere else, just because that's going to help create a bit of definition between the lid and the brow and really make the colour that we use on our lid shortly pop, which is what we want. It's going to be nice and glowy and goddessy, and it's really going to pull the whole face together. Okay, now those was from the Summer Glow palette. Now going in to the other palette, we're going to take a slightly darker brown just to darken that crease a little bit more. I'm going to go in with Cocoa over here just to create a little bit more of a shadow. This one is a warmer tone, so hopefully I won't need too much for it to do the job. And it's working nicely. Now, This is a little bit scary for me because there's no proper gold in here, but there's a lot of ways to achieve it. So I'm actually going to, for the first time ever, use a bright yellow on my eye, which terrifies me, but I'm hoping it's going to work. Go with me. I'm going to use the St. Lucia shade down here. I'm going to literally only put a very small amount across my lids, and then I'm going to put one of the shimmery, more gold tones over the top, which I hope will really make my eyes pop. Now, as we have primed the lids already, there is concealer here, so this should really hold all of this shadow in place. Now, as you can see, this is coming out quite nicely. It is very yellow, but I think with a shimmer on top, this is going to look lovely on holiday. Okay, so it's as simple as that to add yellow eyeshadow, and it doesn't look massively glary. It's still kind of blending in perfectly with the crease and transition shades we've already used, which gives me great hope that this look is going to look banging by the end. This is exactly what I wanted. So there are a mixture of shades in these two palettes, which literally any of them could be used for the goldy tone. Now, I quite like the look of the Seychelles one up here, but then there's a more champagne tone in this one, which is called Cougar, and that is a little bit more gold. So I'm thinking that maybe we go in with that one, and we'll try it, and if we need to lighten it, we can revisit one of the others. So just going to take that and start applying from the inside and pull out. Okay, so this is looking lovely so far. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to revisit probably this palette over here. We're going to go in with Thunder and Raw, which are probably, they're still shimmery, but they're very coppery. So we wouldn't want them on this centre because we do want a gold eye, not a copper. But I'm going to go in and just add to the corner and then pull to the centre of the eye. Now I'm going in with shade Thunder and just literally dabbing into the very corners just to create a little bit more definition and a natural smoke, which you guys know is my go-to look. But this is just going to really make the eyes look lovely on holiday. You're going to have a nice pop of colour on the lids and then a nice natural smoke, which is going to be very goddess-like. But yep, dotting like this and then blending in circular motions is the best way. Okay, I'm going to go back to that Fear shade and the Cocoa shade over here that I've already used just to create some more definition in that transition and really darken up the outer edges. All I'm going to do now is just take a tiny bit of that colour that we have used and just dust underneath the eyes and pull the look together. Okay, all I've now just quickly done is lined the underneath eye with that transition shade that we had over here, which was a mix of Mauritius and Barley, just to pull the eye look together. I'm really pleased with how it's looking. It's looking totally tropical. When we've got the brows and the lashes done, it's gonna just completely come together, and you'll see what I mean about it being great. But how cool that you can use yellow underneath and not quite there gold just to give it that pop that looks a lot more summery. That is a little tip for you. Don't be scared of the colours in your palettes, especially in the summer. Just going to line my eyes now, which I always do whether I'm going on holiday or not. We've got a massive, like this is the size of this eye pencil. It's huge. I'm going to line my under eyes with this because I always line my inside lash line. It's just something I do. I love the way that that looks. So we're just going to do that now, and I just pull it down and gently put on the inside. And that was a literally 2-second step in the regime, which is fabulous. And that pencil is huge. I can't get over it. It's massive. So now that we've done that, we are going to do brows. I'm going to quickly do them off camera because I do find that easier. Just a subtle brow gel and a brush, and we will be done. And we are done. So that is us pretty much good to go for lashes now. Now, I do love to wear false lashes on holiday, especially in the evening. I just think I feel so relaxed when I'm on holiday and I want something glam, especially in the evenings, not so much in the day. So we've got some great false lashes today. So we've got these ones in the style Greed, and I think that these are nice and fluttery. They're going to look great on holiday, and they're going to give us that nice edge to finish off this eye look perfectly now. I also like these because they come on a black band. Highly recommended, especially if you like a thicker looking lash, but I do always trim mine, so I'm going to just give them a snip and apply, and we will see what the finished look looks like. Oh, I'm back. Just quickly before I do that, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Paradise mascara, which is, well, everyone loves it, but I'm going to quickly coat the lashes in this and then put my false lashes on top, and then finally coat again with this one. So 1, 2, 3, just because I really think that false lashes stick better when they've got something to stick to with your mascara. So like I said, guys, The lashes really bring things together, don't they? Now, these are pretty dramatic even for me, but I think when you're on holiday, you can pull it off. And I think that this is really just giving that glam look. Now, if you look to the side, these are fluffy to the max, but I love them. And I think that they're really emphasizing the look that we're going for. So just to kind of finish everything off is the lips. So we're just going to line them with our Pupa, P-U-P-A. I'm not really sure how we say that, but we're going to line the lips. And then we're going in with the lipstick, which today I have got 4 shades W7 Dusk Till Dawn Metallic Quick Click Lip Colour. Now there are 4 shades, but I am quite liking the look of this one. This one says it's called On the List, but I'm going to click it up. Ooh. And it looks like this, and it is perfectly metallic with a lot of glitter. So we're going to put it on and see. Oh, wow. I love it. Oh my God, guys, look at that colour. And how pigmented. Oh my God, guys, look how metallic that is. That's just incredible pigmentation. And these are great budget friendly like lipsticks. Look, I can't believe the colour on this. Like, that has surprised me, but it's really working for our summer look. So as mentioned, just to finish off the look, I mentioned it earlier, we're going to go in with the bronzer again, just to dust lightly all over. I'm just probably going to just be a little bit more everywhere with it because I want to look nice and brown for the finished look. And there we have it, guys. This is my perfect bronze goddess summer holiday everyday look. Isn't it fab? We've got the gold eye, we've got the matching metallic lip, we've got glow all over, so it's going to emphasize the tan that we are going to get when we're on holiday. We've got glam lashes on there to give it the perfect evening twist as well. And I just love everything about this look. I love to go all out when I'm on holiday, but I also like to save a few steps, not putting an eye primer on and stuff like that, which I hope I've shown you well in this tutorial. But overall, I am absolutely loving this look. I feel super summery already with it. There's lots of bronze in there. We've got lots of shimmer, highlight, catching the glow. I think that this has nailed summer holiday look. What do you guys think of this look? Is this the sort of thing you'd go for on holiday? Do you like the big lashes? Do you like the metallic lip? I think if I had to have a takeaway product from this whole tutorial, it would have to be the lipsticks, because look how pigmented they are. They are crazy good and they are so super affordable too. As everything in this tutorial was, because it all came from Fragrance Direct, as I mentioned before, guys, you can get so many brands, like literally every brand you could think of, much cheaper than the high street. So I will link all of these products and more below so you can have a little browse, especially when you're going on holiday. And I like to take new things on holiday, try new things with my makeup, so it's the perfect place to buy from. So yeah, leave me a comment below and let me know what you think of this tutorial. Do you like the look? What is the favourite product that you saw me use? Do you like the lipstick as well? I'd love to hear any thoughts that you have on any part of the tutorial and the overall look, so do leave me a comment. I read them all and reply to every single one, and a thumbs up would mean the absolute world to me as well, so make sure you head over and leave that. So for now, I will leave you with this lovely summery look and say that I hope that you enjoyed everything about doing it with me, and I will see you very soon.